Hi guys, welcome to my channel. How's everyone doing today? Well, welcome to my messy desk. I wanted to do a little project with you today. I've been playing with matte medium and gesso and just getting out the paintbrush and trying a bunch of things and going out of my comfort zone. So, how does this look for a front of a journal for the cover? I just love it. If you like grunge, then stick around and we will get dirty together. So the base of this can be anything. I started with an envelope. Um, so it can be any envelope, any size envelope that you think that you want to put that on the front of your cover of a journal. Um, you know, it doesn't have to be an envelope. It can be a piece of a cereal box if that's all you have. It's all about what you have, and what you can use. You don't have to go out and buy anything. So for this project, we use matte medium. If you don't have matte medium, you can use gesso, or Mod Podge. And Mod Podge you can get at the Dollar Tree for $1 for a small bottle. Try to get matte always, but I'm going to use this, and when we get into the project, I'm going to show you one that I did use in gesso, in case you don't have Mod Podge or matte medium and you just have gesso. You can do the same thing with basically the same effect. So with this, you're going to want a piece of trim, any kind of trim. I've been using this one. So you just want to glue that trim down just so it'll stay put. And actually a matte medium could have been the glue. And then you're going to want pattern paper. This. So we will get in that in a minute. So just get some matte medium on your brush, and you want to go over everything. The envelope, and I don't have that on there. And your pattern piece, your piece of lace, whatever you're using. And if you don't have any, then skip this part. You're still going to have a great product if you like grunge. So I think I'm going to use a little bit of gesso to try to cover up, or at least partly cover up, oops, some of the writing on here. It won't cover it up all the way, but it should help. I got way too much. Did I mention I'm messy? Yeah, I'm a messy crafter. When you bring out the paintbrush, you better have the baby wipes and paper towels available. So all I'm going to do is try to dry a little bit of the gesso so I can continue with the matte medium. And if you're doing this and you don't have a heat tool, you can use a blow dryer, or you can just set it aside and wait until it dries. The heat tool takes a little while to heat up all the way. I found the longer that you have it on, the hotter it gets. I hadn't really used it until I started making these covers. Alright, awesome. So now I'm just going to go over everything with a matte medium, which acts as a glue for your pattern paper. And I know if you're new, there's so much to learn. But once you know just a little bit, oh, it's so much fun. And you'll branch out in all the different aspects of all the things, you know, that you can do with junk journaling. So there's that. So we're going to figure out how much we need. Didn't mean to be in your face. We're going to crunch this up really good. And then lay it down. You'll have those awesome wrinkles. Which, if I was using like a brown envelope, it would probably give it a more of a leather look. I don't want all the writing over the flowers. So that's why I turn that around. So put it on there, crunch it up. You do want all the wrinkles that you can get. If you get a little rip or you're a little short, don't worry. Because once we get that on there, you're not even going to see it. So just go back over it with the matte medium. Like I said, you can probably do this with Mod Podge. And I did do one with gesso, which, as you know, is white, so it'll turn your project white. I don't have clear gesso. That is really hard for me to find. So, of course, use whatever you have and then just adapt to it. And I'll show you that in a moment. Let's get this down. All right. I think we got it. Just gonna get around these flowers in this trim really good. I'm just wrapping it around, which I'll cut it off, but just so you can see and you're not confused by what you're looking at. All right. We're going to set that aside, let that dry a little bit. And I want to show you this part. Okay. So here's one that I've already done. And all you're doing is you're taking whatever. I took cardboard. So you're taking a piece of cardboard. Okay. And then you want to separate to get to the corrugated part. You want to take some of this top layer off. Oh, I'm going to get every layer but the layer I need, huh? Jeez. Gonna give me a hard time. Be nice if it would rip right off, huh? Alright, we're gonna use it this way. Every time I do one, I think I got it. So I'm gonna have to say stop and just keep it the way it is. Alright. So we got this piece, and what I did is I got a piece of music paper to somewhat cover it. And what I have here is something I got from an estate sale, a music book from someone that wrote his own music. So you just glue that down. And I do a little bit of gesso. Dry brush, but I'm using the gesso as a glue and then dry brushing around it. And then I stitched. As you can see, I stitched on this one as well as the other one. And then you're going to do a top piece basically the same way. Oh, this one's working a little better. Basically doing the same way. I know I'm repeating myself. Hold on. And you can add a piece of a snippet. This is something I was trying. It was vellum. But I don't like the way that turned out. You can do paper clip. A rusty paper clip. I didn't have a rusted one, so I used Stains by Patty Pocket. Now, I have a question about this, by the way, for any of you that use this. I got this. It says do not shake. And it's a green color. Is that not supposed to be brown? So that's what I did with that other safety pin, is I went around that just to give it the rusty effect. But I I thought this was supposed to be brown. So if anyone knows, tell me. So like put a piece of snippets, just anything. Let me see if I have anything right here that I don't think I do. Maybe a piece of this. Maybe put that on there. But you want to go over it a little bit with the matte medium. And like I said, stitch that larger one if you have a sewing machine. And then once the matte medium dries, you can go over it with your Distress Oxide, which is what I did on this one, as well as this one. So let's dry this so you can see the difference with the Distress Oxide. Alright, good enough. So I would lightly just take the pad and you know what? I'm going to use the walnut stain because it's going to be a little more grungier. So just use a light hand. Okay, I'm going to stitch this so that we can put this all together. So just give me 1 second. Okay. See? I'm moving you. Sorry about that. So see, and I left the strings because it's grungy. Use the strings. Let's glue this piece down now. Pick a spot. Any spot will do. Oh, and you know what? I wanted to do that safety pin. I actually really like that look. And this would be cool for the coilless safety pin. So you can add a charm or beads to it. I'm going to put some of that stain on there to give that rust effect. Even though this isn't brown like I think it's supposed to be. But I like the effect. See how you can just do anything? Alright, so do we want this here? Even though it's grungy, give it a little bit of a, give it a little pink. Maybe make it a little smaller. Bring in a little bit of color. Maybe we'll do it. Do it at a slight angle. Maybe add just a little bit of this. I think I added too much. Bring down some of the pink. Oh, that's cool, huh? Put some of the distressed ink on it. Oh, there we go. It brought in an element without having to have that pink. See? All right, let's see where we're at with this. Doesn't look like it dried, but we can take care of that. So let's cut this excess away as best we can right now. Come on, Chris. Ugh. This up here at the top is a little dry. The rest of it's wet, so we will heat blast it. So isn't that cool? And you can't even see the writing from the envelope. The writing all disappeared. Okay, I didn't dry it all the way, but I don't want to keep you waiting. So I'm just going to do some of the walnut stain along the edges like we do. And when it dries all the way, then I will trim it. Oh, sorry about the dog. She heard somebody shut a door, car door. So I like this walnut stain for the grunge look. So there's that, and then you put this on it. Oh, lady. Sorry about that. She took you for a ride. So just glue that on there. Oops, I'm totally out of frame. And there you have it. Isn't that so cool? It'll look nice on the front of a journal or like this. Did I show you this? This is a bunch of envelopes put together. You have a pocket here and a pocket here. And then you come here and you can, you know, decorate this up. Put more gesso, another layer of gesso on it should cover up the writing. Sew this part into a signature. And then here's 2 more pockets. And then you have the back. And that was just from putting 4 envelopes together. And these are junk mail envelopes, if you can't see that. But putting 4 envelopes together to make these pockets. And I'm going to do this in my next journal and use this part to sew it in the middle of the signature, so that that'll be in the middle of the signature. And if I'm using a kit or papers, cover this part with that. So yeah, again, my ideas are starting to flow. But this, you know, this would be cute right like this. Do a little decorating in here, add papers here, use maybe some Tim Holtz papers would go with this in here, and then some coffee dyed paper, stitch them in here, and this would be like a traveler's notebook type size. So I might do that with this one. So I wanted to show you those, and then there was one other thing. Let me grab them if I can. I don't know if you know, but like there's wallpaperdirect.com. You can go there and get samples of wallpaper. This one is so cool. And they give you good sizes. These look like they're about 8.5 by 11. About paper size. And, you know, they'll be perfect cut up tags, snippets, that sort of thing. And then this is backsidefabrics.com. And you can go there. I'm trying to zoom in on their name. Go there and you can get 10 fabric snippets. These are the ones that I got. I don't know how often you can do this. I just go whenever I think about it. But these are awesome to use for snippets. So it's great to get this stuff in your stock if you are just starting out, or you don't have the funds to go buy fabric or wallpaper, that sort of thing. And of course, a lot of people cannot find the wallpaper in their area, vintage wallpaper. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you craft along with me. Oh, and I meant to show you this. I totally forgot. This I did with gesso, just to see a different effect. So it's with gesso, and then I used the walnut stain on the top of it once the gesso dried. And so it gave this effect, which is also pretty cool, I think. So this one's still drying. So it's white because of the gesso. But once you know, start layering it, it won't look too bad. So thank you for joining me today. I had a blast with you, and I hope you did too. So if you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this project, if this is something that you enjoyed seeing. And I'd love to see if you make these as well. And again, if you use the Stains by Patty Pockets, I remember I got this when I first got into junk journaling, but I had not used it until now. And I really thought it was brown, but it's showing it's more of a green color. So I wonder if it got old, although it's a nice big container, and you can see the green hue when it's in the sun, but it looks brown. But anyways, all right, thanks guys.